series of videos on how to build a successful commercial cleaning business. In our last video, I shared with you my story of how I started in commercial cleaning, how I got going and the maths that made sense in building the business. And I mentioned that I had two big problems: how to stand out from all the other cleaning companies out there, and how to keep those cleaning contracts for years and years in the future. Because if you watch the last video, you'll know that the secret to running a successful cleaning business is getting contracts and then keeping them. There's no point winning a contract only to lose them. And in this time, while I hustled and I invested in learning, seminars, books, business coach, I had a blinding flash of the obvious. And what that was just simply asking my favorite clients what they wanted from an ideal cleaning service. And you know what? They told me. It turned out to be 6 things. All of them said it in slightly different ways, but they all came down to the same 6 things. The first one, well, what is the first one?
Communication. We gave that away last time.
Oh, we did.
We did give a couple away, but these are super important.
So communication is super important. The next thing was specific outcomes that were unique to that client. So that was often cleaning outcomes. Obviously, because of COVID-19, there's hygiene concerns now. That's very important to many clients. Then it was consistency, transparency, security, and having a professional partnership. Now, what I did is I went away with that list of 6 things and said, well, how do I create a service that fills those gaps? So they're feeling that they're not receiving those things from other cleaning companies. They want that from a cleaning service. So how do I design my service to meet those needs? And that's what I did. And we built an app. We created new training processes and systems and guidelines and steps, so we could tick the boxes, if you like, on all those 6 things. There's one thing, though, that I didn't mention. What was the thing that I didn't mention?
My goodness, really?
Yeah.
Did you mention 6 things?
I said 6 things, but there's one thing that I didn't mention out of those 6 things. What we don't want to be...
Price.
That's right. We don't want to be competing on price.
We don't want to be competing on price.
That's it.
That was tricky, though, but I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I'm throwing in a few trick questions.
That's all right. I know what I'm doing. That's good. You don't want to compete on price. And if you're right now thinking the only way to win a customer is on price, you're not looking at these 6 things. But don't be disappointed or disheartened. It took us a little while to get to know these 6 things and how they are incorporated into our daily business and our deliverables for our customer. And we are going to go through these items, individually in coming videos, so you get a good grasp on how to design your business to be a standout from the others in this completely saturated and competitive, highly competitive industry. But they're really competitive on price. They're not really competing on anything else as a differentiator in this industry. So these 6 things are going to set you apart from everybody else, so you can start demanding money, the right kind of prices for the cleaning service that you're providing. But remember, you're demanding higher prices and the right prices, but you're delivering a superior service. You've identified how to create a great business around these 6 super important things.
Yeah, so they're going to become integral to all of your marketing and all your sales efforts, as well as designing the kind of service that you actually provide. So that's one misconception out there, is that you've got marketing, you've got sales, you've got operations, you've got account management, and they're all separate. Well, they're not. It's one integrated whole. And once you understand that, it becomes so much easier to market your service, because all you're doing is having effective communication. You're communicating the kind of service that you're providing for them, and the service that you're providing for them is meeting their 6 vital needs.
Do you want to yell them out once more so they can write them down?
Grab a pen and paper. In the next video, I'm going to share with you the 3 elements in your business you've got to get right. So this is related to those 3 elements. But to get going, you need to identify these 6 things that are the most profitable end of the market, so the most profitable segment of the market is looking for. So number one is communication. Number two is items that are unique to that client.
Super important things to them.
Yeah, and it's going to be different for every client.
Yes.
But you need to identify what that is. So that was number two. Number three is security. Number four is transparency. Number five is consistency. And lastly is having a professional partnership with them. We're going to dive a little bit deeper in what each of those 6 things mean as we describe the other elements in the business that you need to get right. But they're the gaps that you need to fill and design your service. Now, as I started building the business and we started winning a lot of clients, I found out that was 3 elements I needed to get right, not just to win the business, but also to keep the business. So in the next video, I'm going to share with you what those 3 essentials are to have a stable, strong, highly profitable business. We call them the 3 legs of the stool. So we'll be revealing them in the next video. Just click on the link. Is there a link somewhere there? Definitely subscribe. But yeah, there will be a next video that you want to watch in this series, which goes through what those 3 legs of the stool are.
Well, okay, so it sounds like there's 3 big things we need to do in order to get this thing rolling, but there's 6 super important things we need to focus on that the customer wants. Is that right?
That's it.
Stay tuned, we're going to get onto it.
See you in the next video.